was or still is an active shooter. Well, I think it was downtown Dallas at an NCA cheerleading competition. Let's go. When you come in, hit the like, please. Hit the like for me. Hit the like. Oh my goodness. Kids can't even chill. Did they find him? Oh, let's see. Well, it's mighty warm in Dallas. It's cold. go to this one because it seems like they just keep showing the same scene. So let me go down to this because this seems like it's the same talking about it.
We're interrupting your program right now to bring you breaking news from downtown Dallas. There has been a disruption happening near the Kay Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center. This is where a very large cheer competition is taking place. Dallas police have just put out the information saying basically what they're saying at this point is they're investigating an incident near the Omni Hotel and Kay Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center. So they're asking people to please avoid that area. Now, for anyone that has family down there participating in this, a family reunification center has been established at Dallas Police Headquarters. That's located at 1400 Botham Jean Boulevard. But again, the information just coming in is that there is an incident under investigation near the convention center, the Omni Hotel and Kay Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center. We've been talking with people there on the ground. As you see, the video is just showing a number of people just scrambling, getting away from there, trying to get together. Witnesses we've talked to tells us that it's a very chaotic scene there. Pretty much everyone was just rushing out. Some people may have been trampled as people were just trying to rush out of the convention center. We are told that they heard something around that area or inside the convention center that caused panic. And that's the reason people were just trying to get out of that area and away from there. So again, this is happening downtown Dallas near the Kay Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center and the Omni Hotel area. Dallas police are investigating incident. We have crews there on that scene. We're working our sources to find out more details about what they're looking for, what they're investigating, but they are asking people to avoid that area. Again, if you have someone that is participating in this, a loved one, a child, and you're not with them at this moment, you should head to the Dallas Police Headquarters, which is at 1400 Botham Jean Boulevard. At this point, we know that there is no confirmed shooting coming from Dallas police, and there is no confirmed injuries. Again, it's just a very chaotic scene, but they are fully investigating what may have happened down there at this time. All they're saying it was an incident near the Omni Hotel and Kay Bailey Hutchinson Center. And obviously, with this large cheerleading competition, it's the NCA Championship All-Stars is happening there. We have nearly 5,800 attendees and visitors all being a part of this down there. Today was going to be one of the main days for the large competition and just a large group of people down there. But whatever has happened, people are telling us it caused a very chaotic scene. People just started rushing away from the convention center. Everybody we've talked to that are telling us that they heard something, it caused this panic. The scene got very chaotic as people were just trying to rush out of the convention center and just trying to get away from that area. But again, our crews are on that scene. We are working our sources right now. There has been no confirmed shooting. There has been no confirmed injury. But there is a lot of chaos and confusion happening down there right now, causing a lot of concern. This is a live look at the Kay Bailey Hutchinson Center right now. And as you can see, people are now kind of calmly walking around the area, and it seems that they're kind of making their way back towards the convention center, maybe inside. So that gives us some sense of relief that there is not any type of active scene happening at this very moment with as far as police are involved. But again, another live angle there, you can see that things have seemed to have calmed down from that first video. But if you look just about a block down the street there, you can see where more people are still kind of further down away. This is looking away from the convention center, and you can see there's a large gathering of people further back, maybe a block back. But again, things do seem to have calmed down just a little bit. But we're still working to gather more from Dallas police to find out exactly what has happened. But again, if you have any concerned about a loved one that is down there, you should be going to the Dallas Police Headquarters, which is at 1400 Botham Jean Boulevard. This cheer competition that is being put on down there is being done by Varsity Brands, which is putting this on. They have just released a statement. I'm going to read this for you now. It's coming into our newsroom. The Kay Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center has been evacuated as a precaution based on reports of a safety concern, and NCA security officials are working with law enforcement to quickly investigate these reports. We will continue to work with hotel staff, event staff, and local authorities to ensure a safe environment. We will update as we have more details, but wanted to reply quickly as we assess. Thanks to their Senior Director, Strategy Communications of Varsity Brands there, Brian Bianco, who is reporting this information. So again, this is coming from the organization that is sponsoring the event there at the convention center. They said that it was evacuated as a precaution based on reports of a safety concern, and that the NCA security officials are working with law enforcement to quickly investigate these reports. So again, no confirmation of a shooting down there, no confirmation of any injuries, but this is an incident that is being investigated heavily by Dallas Police Department along with the security officials from the NCA, who was hosting this very large cheer competition that was being held there. This was a large group, all age ranges, ranging from young to the teens that are part of these cheer competitions, the athletes that are there. They said that this is bringing in about 58,000 attendees into downtown Dallas. If you've been anywhere near the area of downtown, you've seen the large number of people that have been roaming around, all the cheerleaders that are there and in town for this competition. And as you can imagine, when you have a lot of children gathered together, any incident that happens can cause a lot of concern, especially for their parents and those who are traveling with them. So therefore, we know that this was a very chaotic scene that was happening down there, as people who were on that scene were telling us they heard something. And whatever was heard there in the convention center or around it caused concern, panic, and chaos for all the people in attendance, because they were just trying to get out of the convention center, get away from there. There was a lot of chaos during this time as they were just trying to get away. But again, we've been checking with Dallas Police Department, and there has been no confirmed shooting or injuries, but they are still trying to get to the bottom of whatever has happened near this convention center. Just want to run you back again, if you're just kind of joining us. We are following breaking news that is happening in downtown Dallas. This all started just a little bit after 1 o'clock. There was an incident near the convention center and the Omni Hotel that caused panic and chaos. As you see from this video we shot from that scene right after this started happening, a lot of people from the convention center were just trying to get away from there, get out of there and get away from that area. We have confirmed with Dallas police that they are investigating an incident near that area, and they're asking people to avoid that area. That means if you have anyone that is associated or connected with this that you are concerned about at this moment, the Reunification Center is being set up at Dallas Police Headquarters, and that is located at 1400 Botham Jean Boulevard.
Sad.
As you can see right there, as I'm describing the panic and concern, this just shows you how people are just trying to run away from that scene. When you don't know what may be happening around you at any time, that is often the advice that you're given, is just to flee. Don't worry about anything or personal belongings. You're to flee areas and try to get away. We want to give you again the statement that is coming from Varsity Brands, who is hosting this cheer competition in downtown. And the statement says, the Kay Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center has been evacuated as a precaution based on reports of a safety concern, and NCA security officials are working with law enforcement to quickly investigate these reports. We will continue to work with hotel staff, event staff, and local authorities to ensure a safe environment. We will update as we have more details, but wanted to quickly reply as we assess the situation. So that gives you some idea from the organization, is that this is a precaution based on reports that came in of a safety concern. And their security officials, along with Dallas police, are investigating this to figure out exactly what happened. And even if this turns out to be something that was not a major situation, it caused a lot of concern down there, because anytime you have this large of a gathering and something happens that causes some fear or concern, then obviously it's going to spread through the group, and people are just going to try to get away from that situation, which they did. We are giving you another live look at the area. This is in downtown Dallas near the Kay Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center. You can see all of the people milling around outside. You can see the law enforcement that is there on the scene because of an incident that has happened in or around the Convention Center and Omni Hotel. We know that police have responded and they are investigating this as an incident. There is no confirmed shooting. There are no confirmed injuries at this time. We did hear some people may have been trampled, some as people were just trying to rush out of the convention center once this started going down. So there may be some minor injuries there. We have not confirmed yet, but we will continue to follow that. But we did hear from the organization We are listening to a live interview right now. Let's just listen in and try to hear what this person is describing for us from inside.
And I was separate. The noise, they actually started between the convention center and the Omni hallway. As we were walking through, all of a sudden you heard somebody scream bloody murder. And before you knew it, people were just running in panic and trampling over each other and just trying to find a place of safety. And just thank God we're okay. Had the opportunity to pray with girls who were split from their parents, their coaches and whatnot. And so we were able to get out safely. And, we're so grateful for that.
And everybody with your squad has been.
Everybody went to that. Our coaches were fantastic. Everybody, they stayed where they were supposed to. They got all their girls out while we were separated.
Yeah.
It was a little.
Shout out to Tech Star.
Yeah.
It's
So we're
kind of hard
grateful.
to plan for something like this, but I guess the security procedures in place maybe worked at least to keep people out of here.
I will tell you this, that as soon as we were able to, we ran through just an open door that we just saw to, and we just went down tunnels. The staff at the Omni, they were great in trying to calm everybody down. There were police officers, SWAT teams that were escorting us out of the building. So for 30,000 people to be in one place and have that kind of terror and just not know what's going on. Just grateful that people are safe, that people are out, and we live another day to praise Jesus. Thank you.
Yeah.
Forgive me, did you say you heard gunshots or just?
I didn't hear gunshots. Essentially, all we heard was just a scream that was just it was just a terrifying scream, and I think initially that's what triggered everybody because nobody knew where it was coming from, and people just took off running. And then by the time it was from the Omni, it went all the way down to the rest of the convention center. People were just kind of pandemonium, just going everywhere. So. Yeah.
But I'm so glad I'm here with my mom now. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Can I get your name?
Yes, Erica Castañeda.
All right, we are listening to a live interview from a witness that was there. Again, no confirmed shooting in downtown Dallas at the cheer competition. There's been no confirmed shooting, no confirmed injuries. All we know is that there was an incident and a security and safety concern. There was reports of that. So the NCA security officials and Dallas police are investigating it. But what we did hear from that witness, she was explaining they heard a scream. She described it as a blood-curdling scream somewhere in one of the hallways, and it was so loud the scream caused panic amongst those that were right in that area and could hear it. And that is part of what just caused everyone to start rushing out of that area, rushing out of the building. And as another witness we heard from earlier was telling us, it was very chaotic as people were just trying to rush out of there. And you can only imagine what a scene and situation like that would be. If you're at a large crowd gathering and you see part of that crowd start running away from something, that's what you do. You see that happening, you probably join in it to get away from whatever is happening. That is what we know has happened down here near the convention center at this point. Just to run you through this again, you're watching NBC5 News. We are covering breaking news that is happening in downtown Dallas. Started just after 1 o'clock when an incident was reported at the Kay Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center where a large cheer competition is taking place. Dallas police are investigating. Also, the NCA, which is part of Varsity Brands, which is hosting the event, put out a statement talking about it. They said the convention center was evacuated as a precaution based on reports of a safety concern, and NCA security officials are working with law enforcement to quickly investigate these reports. Here's the statement that you're looking at right there. It goes on to say, we will continue to work with hotel staff, event staff, and local authorities to ensure a safe environment. We will update you as we have more details and wanted to reply as quickly as we assess. So as we're on the air right now telling you about this, if you have a loved one that is a part of this, that you are concerned about, they are setting up the reunification center for the families and connectors with all of this at the Dallas Police Department headquarters, which is at 1400 Botham Jean Boulevard. One thing we can tell you, what you're looking at this live picture here, is that it seems on the outside, things have calmed down some.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's still a very heavy police presence there. We can see a large number of people standing around. It looks like they're about a block away from the convention center as they push back, standing right next to the Omni Hotel area. So if you're down in that area, there's a green space at the Omni Hotel. You see a lot of people there, the Pegasus on that side. That's where on the right-hand side of your screen, that is that area where a lot of people are kind of standing back. So you're at least a block, maybe two away from the convention center. We're looking back towards the convention center. And from this viewpoint, you can see it looks a little bit calm, probably unknown. People don't know exactly what's happening, but they know that they are a safe distance away and they look a little bit more calm here. But as you look down the left side of your screen, you can see the large number of police presence from this police car in the very front of your screen all the way back to the tunnel that
let me
goes
see if I
under the
can show it
convention
to
center,
you.
just a large number of flashing lights. You can still see a number of people moving away from the
Right
convention
here.
center. You see some going across towards the hotel, and a large group that's just kind of standing and waiting because we want to go back and listen to some more sound from another witness now. Let's go
Some
back and listen.
friends, they were just arriving when everything just went down. Everybody's running out, and my daughter says she heard 3 pops, and they
That's
just
what
got
I
in the
heard.
car
I
and
heard
left.
like pops.
Yes, yes.
But the inside's terrible, but people knocked over. If you go look through the windows, you'll see where they're, even
And I
if once
took
they
care
sell
of-
their stuff up, it's all tore up, tore down.
I took care of a lady that fell and busted her head. I took off my own shirt to wrap around her head to keep her from bleeding so much. So, and I stayed with her until paramedics was able to.
Oh, wow.
What are your names?
Tanya Perkins.
Gary Perkins.
Gary?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for telling us about it.
Yes, yes.
Y'all connected with everyone, y'all are
Yes,
all good.
yes, everybody's good. Yes.
Y'all got
I know
video.
they trampling over each
Did you
other.
share
Probably
it?
you know too. Something.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That is a live interview you're listening to right there as we are on that scene with our crews. And that was just another witness telling us that how everybody started running out of the convention center, caused some tables to be knocked over because they have a lot of vendors in there. I was in that convention center just yesterday covering the cheerleading competition. So there's like any convention, a large room of vendors in the admission area where everybody comes and checks in. They said a number of those tables were knocked over. And that lady was saying she actually had to help somebody who was injured. Said a lady was knocked down and had a head injury, and she even used her own shirt to help that lady until paramedics could take care of her
God
in an
bless
official
her.
way. But again, this is live interviews that
Little
we're getting from
kids.
people right there on that scene. So again, we have not confirmed the information that's
Man.
coming from them, but that is what they are telling us, and that's how we gather our information from the people who were actually inside, seeing what was happening at that very time. But again, your time right now is 2:16. This all started just after 1:15 in downtown Dallas at the Convention Center and Omni Hotel. Dallas police confirming that there was an incident they are investigating, and the organization putting on the cheer competition
is
put their own
chaos
statement out to
all
explain
around
what
the
they were
world.
doing, and they put this out quickly
Little
to make sure people
kids.
understood. And their statement went on to say that the K. Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center has been evacuated as a precaution based on reports of a safety concern, and NCA security officials are working with law enforcement to quickly investigate these reports. We will continue to work with hotel staff, event staff, and local authorities to ensure a safe environment, and that they will update when they have more details. You're watching NBC5 breaking news at this very moment in downtown Dallas, as there has been a disruption near the K. Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center and Omni Hotel, where a very large cheer competition is taking place. We're going to listen in now on another interview from a witness.
That I was about to perform. I was on the mat, and then also he just announced saying athletes get off the mat and like hide or something. It was scary. Everybody from my team just started running all over the place, started getting scared, crying, and scary.
What goes through your mind when you hear someone say that?
I just got scared, like I didn't know what happened. I thought like that something wasn't working, like something happened, like I didn't go right.
It's really an eye-opening moment for everyone. Like, you never think that that's gonna happen until it actually does happen. So I ran to my coaches. I stayed with my coaches until I could find my parents, but it was a really scary moment for all of us.
How did it feel when you saw your mom and dad?
I was glad that they're okay, and we have my grandma over there in a wheelchair, so I was really scared. I was just really happy that everyone was okay and that I got to reunite with my family again.
What are your names?
My name is Ariana,
Ariana, spell it.
Ariana
And what's your last name?
Lopez,
Lopez. How old are you?
9,
9. What's your
Oh,
name?
my goodness.
Emma Alvarado,
9.
Emma Alvarado. Okay, and what's yours?
Mila.
Say it again.
Mila.
Once again, you're listening to a live interview. We're gathering information on the scene,
Oh,
what is happening at
babies
this moment.
were there.
You're
Oh, my
watching
goodness.
NBC5 News. We are following breaking news in downtown Dallas that started just about a little after 1 o'clock this afternoon at the cheer
God.
competition that is taking place at the convention center and near the Omni Hotel.
Everything is just so
Police confirming they're
heartbreaking
investigating an incident there. The organization putting out one that there was a safety concern, reports of a safety concern, and that their security officials and law enforcement were working forcefully to investigate these reports. At this time, again, no confirmed shots have been fired, no confirmed shooting, and no confirmed injuries from the organization. But we have heard from witnesses that some people were injured as they were rushing out. That last interview you just heard from that young lady, that little girl, she said that she was actually on the mat. This is a cheer competition that is happening here. The 2025 National Cheerleaders Association All-Star National Championships, or NCA as they're called. This is bringing in 1,712 teams here. There are 30,410 athletes that are part of this, a large gathering down there. In all, more than 58,000 attendees for this. Well, she said she was actually on the mat performing when an announcement came overhead that said, athletes, get off the mat. Athletes, get off the mat. Well, you saw how young she was. Obviously, that caused fear and concern in the cheerleaders, the athletes that were on the mat. As she said, they just started running towards their coach. A lot of them were running in different directions and got scared and were crying. So that caused a very chaotic scene within the convention center. And as we have heard from witnesses, it was very chaotic. People were trying to rush out of the convention center because they heard something that caused panic. We heard another interview from a witness that said they actually heard a very loud scream. Did not say they heard any shots or anything, but they heard a very loud scream. And it was the type of scream that caused a lot of concern for her daughter that she was with, and their team. And they quickly started running to get away from the area. As we've heard from others, they were just trying to get out of there and get away from the area. While we're bringing you this information, we're showing you live pictures. So you're seeing exactly what we're seeing there in downtown Dallas. This is looking south towards the convention center from Wood Street right there. You have the area of the Omni Hotel off to the right-hand side. Convention center is straight ahead. That would be the road that goes through the tunnel that goes under the convention center there at the back of the screen. You can see the large group of people that are standing off on the corner because as the convention center was evacuated, they moved people away from that area. And you've got to understand, we're talking about 58,000 attendees that are in downtown Dallas, and these are people from all over the area. There are 43 states represented at this competition, and there are at least 9 different countries that have athletes who are here participating in this. 9 different countries.
Oh my goodness!
So you got to understand, many people do not know our area that well or what's happening. We want to go to NBC5's Allie Spilliage, who is live on that scene, has been talking with witnesses. Allie, what's the very latest information you can give us right now?
Well, Vince, there is still a lot of panic out here. We're still seeing a lot of cheers as some families connect again. And I'm hearing from a lot of people that there just seemed to be unnecessary, maybe, chaos inside as they were all told to evacuate. We're hearing that a lot of the injuries happened as people were running out. I heard of a woman falling down and knocking her head open. Somebody else said they had to stop, take their own shirt off to bandage her as everyone tried to get as far away from this as they can. But one of the cheerleaders was telling me they were getting ready to get on the phone. They were just told to get off the mat. They didn't even know what was happening as families and coaches and teams, and everyone was trying to get together. But again, the big thing right now, even as this kind of seems to calm down a little, is that there is still just a sense of panic for people trying to get back to their loved ones.
Allie, as you're standing and where you are right now, kind of describe how far are you away from the convention center and how are people kind of acting or
guys, I'm
right
going
now
to end this live here, and if I get any updates on this,
right up on it. I don't know if you can hear the
will be sure to let you know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I was trying to do my other video, but I might go live again at about 9:30.
Fear of.
I was thinking about doing a
I never thought it would happen to us, and here we are in this situation, terrified for
question and answer, a Q&A. So we'll see. If you would like to hear, if you would like to do a Q&A, let me know in the comments, and then I'll come back about 9:30, and we can do a Q&A. But just let me know in the comments. Thank you all again for coming in. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, and of course, subscribe.